We were told the game was over before we'd even started. We were told our bodies weren't made for it. It wasn't our time to play. We played anyway. And together we played like there was no tomorrow. And they told us that was fine. You can play. You're good enough. And thought that was good enough for us. It wasn't. We are relentless. The game isn't over until we say it's over. Until we get everything we've given everything for. Until we level the playing field.
Lidl, proud supporters of ladies' Gaelic football.
We were told the game was over before we'd even started. We were told our bodies weren't made for it. It wasn't our time to play. We played anyway. And together we played like there was no tomorrow. And they told us that was fine. You can play. You're good enough. And thought that was good enough for us. It wasn't. We are relentless. The game isn't over until we say it's over. Until we get everything we've given everything for. Until we level the playing field.
Lidl, proud supporters of ladies' Gaelic football.
You still haven't gone full Lidl. Go on, make big savings like this lot.
Pea nuggets.
Excuse me?
I would like them pea nuggets.
Once again?
Pea nuggets. They're vegan.
Nugget?
Yeah.
I like prawns, but how do you cook them?
Oh, there's loads of ways.
Can I microwave them?
No.
Join in and go full Lidl this year.
Did you get milk?
Shop without compromise and pay less.
We were told the game was over before we'd even started. We were told our bodies weren't made for it. It wasn't our time to play. We played anyway. And together we played like there was no tomorrow. And they told us that was fine. You can play. You're good enough. And thought that was good enough for us. It wasn't. We are relentless. The game isn't over until we say it's over. Until we get everything we've given everything for. Until we level the playing field.
Lidl, proud supporters of ladies Gaelic football.
You still haven't gone full Lidl. Go on, make big savings like this lot.
Pea nuggets.
Excuse me?
You'd like them pea nuggets.
Once again?
Pea nuggets. They're vegan.
Pea nuggets?
Yeah.
I like prawns, but how do you cook them?
Oh, there's loads of ways.
Can I microwave them?
No.
Join in and go full Lidl this year.
Did you get milk?
Shop without compromise and pay less.
Welcome to Knockbraid in County Cavan. It's the south side of Coothill in County Cavan, just not that far over the border from Monaghan. But for Cavan, it's been home territory for quite a while now in terms of match training, game training. And we're just looking there that Westmeath have won the toss and will play, I think, with the breeze, which is quite strong. I think blowing right to left. I'd like to say I have Sinead Green with me here. Sinead, former player. You haven't just hung the boots completely up yet, but there's a possibility you'll be back. But for now, you're up with us and looking at a very new look Cavan side.
Yeah, exactly. I was at the first game against Armagh, and there's lots of new girls in, but in saying that, there's still lots of girls on that starting team who've played for a good number of years. So I suppose, albeit there's a good few girls who have left the panel from last year, there's still a lot of experience there and a mix of youth, which is great to see. Well,
looking at the team, and there's a couple of changes even from the lineup. It was told to us earlier on there. Lane Walsh is in goals, Muriel Smith at number 2, Shauna Lynch at 3 and Christina Charters at 4. Had a good performance against Armagh in her debut, of course, on that occasion. Cara Maguire, she makes her debut from the Drumlane club today at number 5. Nessa Bird, the captain's at 6, and Niamh Keenahan is at 7. Number 8 is Ciara Finnegan and 9 is Aisling Sheridan. With number 20 coming into the lineup, that's Cavan Madden. She makes her debut today in place of Kerry McCormick. Aisling Walls, she picked up a concussion last week. She's replaced by Miriam Cusack, and Derbla Lynch comes in at number 12 with Laura McVitie on 13, Ali Cahill at 14 and Aisling Gilson at 15. I was talking to Aisling's grandfather there, been in America for many years, and he knows everybody.
Benny, yeah, he's a great man. He's a stalwart now at the Cavan ladies games at this stage.
Absolutely. Looking at that Cavan side then, there's a few new faces there, and I suppose the big talking point from Cavan this year, 5 of their starting defenders aren't there anymore, so it's a real new look there. Yeah,
it very much so is, but as I said previously, although there's 5 of us who started the games last year gone, there's still girls there with so much experience. Like you've Shauna Lynch, you've Nessa Bird there at centre back. I know she's played midfield for us ordinarily, but really I do feel her best position probably is centre back. Muriel Smith has lots of experience. She's had a couple of seasons now with us as well. Niamh Keenahan, I suppose, has moved back from the forward line. Cara Maguire's been playing really well with her club Drumlane, so I can't wait to see her today. And then, as you said, Christina Charters had a great debut against Armagh, so it should be no problem to her today either. Well, looking at the Westmeath side, now a massive result for Westmeath last week against Laois, 7-8 they scored against Laois. Lauren McCormick's in goals, Mura Dunn's at 2, Lucy Purr at 3, Aisha Roach at 4, Kelly Boyce Jordan at 5, Tracy Dillon at 6, Chloe Kelly 7, Vicky Carr at 8 and Ashley Ruan at 9. Anna Jones scored twice, 2 goals last week for her side. She starts at number 11. Lucy McCartan at 10, Lucy McCartan at 11, Rachel Dillon at 12, Sarah Dillon, a familiar name of course in Westmeath's teams for a couple of seasons now, scored 2-3 last week from the Milltown club at 13, Aoife Conley at 14 and captain of the side, captain of Fornia, Ciara
Blundell scored 1-2. Could be a couple of changes there, we haven't been told just yet, but certainly the numbers won't be that far off. Few experienced heads still there.
Yeah, there's a lot of firepower there in the Westmeath forward line, so I'll actually be really interested to see the matchups that Cavan make on some of those girls. In particular, I suppose Sarah Dillon and Ciara Blundell are excellent, and then you've Anna Jones and Lucy McCartan in the half forward line, so there's lots of people that need to be watched.
So many of the teams in Ulster this year, as we approach, of course, not that far away from the Ulster Senior Championship this year, a lot of teams showing a lot of changes, a lot of new faces. Could open things up, of course, maybe at Ulster level as well, couldn't it?
Yeah, that's true. Just watching Donegal yesterday, they have a lot of new faces in as well, so it will be interesting to see. Of course, Cavan have Monaghan and Tyrone to play yet in this Division 2 league, so they're teams that are still well used to each other at the same time.
Absolutely. Of course, Tyrone went into their game with Monaghan last week. Monaghan came out on top of that one. Teams are beating each other, of course, in this competition this year. And Cavan beaten in the end up by a strong Tipperary side on the 3G down there last week. So a disappointing outing for them. Yet to get a point on the board, but certainly making steady progress. Team's about to get going here at Knockbraid, and I have to say the pitch is very, very big, isn't it? Have you played a few times?
I've actually never played a match here. We trained here a couple of times last year, but I haven't played a game. But yeah, it looks in great condition as well, to be fair.
Absolutely. And from a Cavan point of view, I was talking to Barry Grimes earlier on. Barry was telling me that they've been training here quite a lot this year, so certainly familiar territory for them. A referee, I think it's Gavin Finnegan. It was to be someone else, but I'll just have to double check that, and it doesn't appear to be him. But game is on here at Knockbraid and County Cavan, and Cavan get the first touch of the afternoon with Finnegan laying it back there to Keenahan out that far side. Important to get a good start in this one. They're trying to break through the middle. Referee will give the free. Early exchanges in this one. Both sides keen, no doubt, to get off to a good start.
Yeah, good win there for the throw by Ciara Finnegan. It's good to see her back in action. She's just back from her cruciate injury.
Yeah, that's it. She's been quite a while, and I said that to Jerry Moan the last day. A few players only coming back and a few new faces. Always going to be difficult, but this is very much a transition year. Ball one almost on the far side there by McVitie. Good performance from her last week, of course, as well. The fact they scored 5 points in each half last week is maybe a concern, but they need to get more players on the board. Ball one in the middle. First real touch for Lucy McCartan. We're in number 11. Tries to go take it alone, and then we'll lay it off out this near side to Chloe Kelly. Kelly doesn't take it, but gets it instead to Dillon. The experienced Sarah Dillon just breaking away through the centre. Just opens up a wee bit for her. An opportunity here for Dillon, but wayward effort in the opening exchanges. But just shows the quality she has, Sinead, just to get through there.
Yeah, the speed she had there is very impressive. I see the Cavan of Christina Charters picking her up, so that'll be a good battle today too.
Certainly will, as Cavan goalkeeper Elaine Walsh about to hit this one out. A couple of injuries, of course, in the Cavan side. A couple of players did pick up knocks last week in that bruising encounter against Tipperary. You give away 3 bad goals, Barry was telling me, but an opportunity to make things right this afternoon, he says, as Shauna Lynch clears her lines, and then the ball launched long out this right hand side. The wide open spaces here. McVitie trying to get a final touch onto it, but again, defenders working well. McVitie wins it back though, gets it to Lynch. Lynch, nice ball out that far side, trying to get one of the late replacements away there. That is Kiva Madden out that far side. And from a Cavan point of view, yet to break the duck in terms of the scoreboard. And again, the player out this near side is Lucy McCartan, screaming for it just down below us there. But once again, the run is almost complete when it's laid forward there to Anna Jones. Nice ball inside there to Blundell. Blundell flashes across the face of the goal, an opportunity, and it's turned into the net.
Oh, it's a free in, I think.
Is it? As he called it back?
Yeah.
Aoife Conley was girded the final touch on. The referee did allow the advantage. He felt no advantage accrued, and and he's given the free. That's a bit of a lucky
big
break,
call,
isn't it?
Yeah, you can actually hear the supporters here in the stands. Not really sure what to make of that call.
Yes, I thought he had just allowed it enough, but the laws have changed, of course. And that's a wide, and that certainly is a big let off there, because to be fair to Conley, she turned the ball to the net. There's a bit of a setback there, but
yeah, Cavan really need to get their hands on this kick out.
Early exchanges in this one, both sides keen to get points on the board again. Ball breaks and it's easily won there, and again that player won it. Dylan out to the number 14, Conley. Conley lays it back again to Dylan. Tries to get away from the marker. There's always a lot of movement from this Westmeath side, even these early exchanges, and the players coming forward from the back, striding through the centre. Ball out that far side, an opportunity here comes in, long range effort, and that one on this occasion, well, it hasn't went over the bar, and that was another chance there for the number 8 Vicky Carr from St Lomans and Mullingar. That was an opportunity, and those wasteful chances could haunt them at some stage of it.
Yeah, definitely. I think Cavan were very lucky. The defenders there are under massive pressure, so they're doing well to hold them out as well as they are and putting them under pressure, taking those shots.
You think somebody would throw an extra ball in there for Elaine Walsh, or maybe it's a ploy from Jerry Mohan to slow things down at this early stage. The goalkeeper Walsh with a hat on to block out the sun. It's a beautiful sunny afternoon here at Knockbride. Kick out isn't great. It's easily won by Rowan. Long range effort from Rowan, and already that's a 4th wide in this encounter. They're racking up the wide count, the ones at their back as well, so it gives them that wee bit of an advantage.
Yeah, Cavan just seems to be under that wee bit of pressure now to win their own kickouts. Westmeath are definitely on top of the breaking ball at the minute.
Well, Bree's just looking at it. It's actually swirling around more so than anything else, and bit of an injury there. The ball seems to have hit the goalkeeper. The referee's just a way to check there. Happy enough, an extra ball on the field, is there? There is. A wee bit of confusion with things there. The referee just wants the game to continue. And he is holding the watch, so indicating he's just taking his time and allows the goalkeeper to get the ball out. And it comes out this near side, and a real tussle for possession there, but again it's Anna Jones, goal scorer of 2 last week, carried it into the tackle and tried to release it, and the referee calls it back. But you just see the quality of that half forward line. The movement on is phenomenal, isn't it, that Westmeath half forward line? Yeah,
Westmeath's forwards are really, really good, and they're showing well so far.
A lot of sharpness with them. Ball doesn't make its way down to the 14 there. That's Ali Cahill, and it will be a line ball on this near side. And it is Cahill who has it. We'll try and engineer something here from the back. A bit hesitant in getting the ball away there, Kinahan, but they managed to get it away now down this near side. Cal's made a good run. Ball from Nessa Burke. She continues on the run though. There was a touch in her face, and the referee stopped the clock once again, and we'll just have a wee word there perhaps. Just checking with a lines person on this near side. Bird done well there. She's under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, good leadership there by Nessa. She knew the ball needed to get out, so she took it upon herself to drive out and did very well. Just
it's early days in this one, and I suppose the wide count is a worry maybe for Michael Finneran, but the referee just gets the watch going again. He'd be worried with those wides that the Westmeath manager, considering they did score, and there was a bit of pushing going on there behind the scenes there, but the play continues, and it's with Finnegan. Finnegan lays it off. An opportunity comes to Cahill. Cahill thought about it for a split second, got it back out again then to McVitie. Nice ball inside. It's still an opportunity here from a Cavan perspective, and that's a Rosper to the back of the net. A fine finish. McVitie was the playmaker once again, laid the ball out that far side. Excellent finish.
Yeah, Keir Finnegan actually took the free out here in front of us, and she finished it as well, so good movement by her.
Well, that's a brilliant start from a Cavan point of view. You nearly jumped there for a moment there. You were playing every ball there, Sinead, yourself, but it was good finish, there's no doubt about that. Cavan have to defend to an opportunity right away here for the full forward. She lays it off once again. Shot comes in, and there's a goal at the other end. An immediate response from Rachel Dillon, and it's one end to the other. Good finish.
Great finish. Yeah, I think Cavan were very open there. They were somewhat a little bit asleep maybe after their own score.
Still though, you have to give them great credit for the way they worked that ball up the park to get their own goal. Bit of intelligent play. Yeah,
oh absolutely, and it was their first probably real attack in a good few minutes, so it was great to get a score from it.
But that's level pegging here already. Goal in the space of 30 seconds. Rather laboursome run there from Anna Jones below us, but immediately the pace picked up by Chloe Kelly. Free awarded, and an opportunity, and the referee pulls it forward. There's a wee bit of talking went on there, and an opportunity here for the number 13, Sarah Dillon from Milltown. The referee indicating a lot there to them about time and things, so conditions underfoot absolutely perfect for this Division 2 encounter this afternoon. High ball in, and it has a distance. It's dropped in front of the face of goals. An opportunity turned in, but well saved by the goalkeeper. It was Connolly, and the goalkeeper Walsh made a superb save there. That was a real let-off.
Yeah, again, great defending there, great block. I'm not too sure who got the block, but well worked out as well.
I think the goalkeeper got a final touch, but here's an opportunity once again for Connolly, and she hits it wide. It's end-to-end stuff, that's for sure. And I suppose in terms of possession, in terms of chances, it's been all Westmeath, but you have to take those chances.
Yeah, that's it. I suppose if Westmeath got those couple of points early on that they missed, it would be a very different outlook on the game at the minute.
Absolutely. We have played almost 10 minutes here, goal apiece, but the wide count is Westmeath 5 wides already in this encounter. But Cavan are forcing them to get the freeze. A challenge comes in, the referee lets the play continue though. Cavan on the offensive here. Gilson, lovely ball, tries to put it through the top, as she so often does. Doesn't make the intended target, and the referee will maybe call it back for the injury to the player on that far side. But it's an end-to-end game. It's a good quality game. Both sides are going for it, isn't it?
It is. That's just that charging rule there again.
Now, your interpretation of it, Sinead, you played the game at the highest level. Your interpretation of it, sometimes it is quite awkward to call it. Some referees call it differently.
Yeah, it does. Sometimes the player wins the ball and they turn into the play, and a free is given against them when really there was no other option.
It's a strange one sometimes. It's very much the interpretation. Here is Sheridan, lays it off to McVitie. McVitie's effort drops short into the hands of goalkeeper McCormick. Her first real touch of the afternoon. She clears her lines, and a wee bit of pace injected in from the Westmeath attack. Jones down this near side, tries to get the pass away. It's not well directed though. It's easily intercepted there by Finnegan, the goal scorer for Cavan. Driving forward, set up her own goal really, as you could say, as the ball is launched into the side, and it goes out over the sideline for a sideline kick. Once again, taken quickly, but Kelly opens up for her. She continues to run. No one coming across to challenge her. She's getting a lot of room there. It goes back inside then to Dillon, and then Dillon decides to just pop it into the corner. Just taking their time with the ball there, and that is Blundell, the captain. The minute of one Blundell trying to get away from the marker. Call back for the free. Referee's going to have a tick as well, and the free taken back inside to Carr. Takes a return pass and then drives forward herself to just try and open things up. She was the target, the intended target perhaps, but that one comes across, and that one is hit wide as well by Dillon, who just hasn't got the shooting boots on.
No.
Frustrating for her, you would say, wouldn't it?
I would say so, yeah. I'd say the wind, well, Westmeath actually have the wind, so
the one seems to be blowing, swirling around, but any advantage there is, perhaps you would say it would be maybe for Westmeath in this first half. The referee is having a word. Someone was said wants the player to take the ball out. No, it wasn't far enough out. Some referees perhaps have a different slant on things and maybe will opt to hop the ball, but he's given the benefit of the doubt perhaps. He has to say there's no problem with the markers in the pitch this afternoon. Absolutely well done to everybody in Knockbraid. Short kick out, easily taken away there by Shauna Lynch, and then Cavan try and turn it up the park again, try and move it up the park again. They're moving the ball with a big bit of aplomb now, that's for sure. And across to Finnegan. Finnegan launches it long. It's a dangerous enough ball from a Westmeath point of view. The player, McVitie, has it, lays it outside there to Cahill. Cahill tries to get away from the marker. McVitie's there and giving support. Back out it comes once again. Takes the return, takes a shot in, and hits it wide.
Yeah, unlucky there. It's great to see Lauren in a little bit closer to goal. She had been playing at 11 and was kind of dropping, so she's lots of movement inside.
Very effective when she goes in there. There's no doubt about that. If Cavan have their tails up a wee bit here, there's no doubt about that. Vicky Curran, the challenge there, gets the ball away to Blundell down this right left hand side as we look out. Ball over the top, it's a high enough ball, takes a return pass. It's a promising attack. Tries to get the ball away eventually. Takes the return then gets the shot in. And I suppose, as you often say, you try and get your attacking or your scoring forwards, but as yet, no attacking forwards on show.
No. From
either side, really. Just the 2 goals coming from Finnegan and from Rachel Dillon in this encounter. A hugely low scoring affair coming up to 15 minutes almost played here. Takes a wee bit out of the ball there. Challenge comes in as well, but there's no need for attention, I don't think. And credit there to Rachel Dillon calling for attention. She thought the player was injured behind her.
I think Cavan were lucky there. I think Elaine Walsh might have.
I thought Elaine Walsh maybe took it a wee bit too far. She was well over the D there, wasn't she, with that one? But they've got off with it. Maybe a home advantage. Maybe it does help us. Cahill tried to put the ball in through the centre once again. This is promising from a Cavan point of view. There will be a free in and a chance here to get ahead in this game, because the way this game's going, a point here or there might be a big benefit to you.
Absolutely, yeah, sure, it's tit for tat, there's nothing in it at all, so every score will be really important now.
And a good crowd watching this one this afternoon as well. The good weather has brought people out, watch a bit of football, and an opportunity for Cavan to nudge themselves ahead in this encounter. And of course it is Gilsonan who will step up in this one. Steadies herself, and no doubt she'll judge the breeze before she hits it. Well, shooting boots not with any of the forwards this afternoon.
Maybe the wind is playing a bigger role than we can see up here.
Yeah, well, we're high up here, but maybe it is playing a big part in this game, even at this stage. But you know, you have to be taking those chances as Westmeath come back out once again. And the player getting a lot of ball is Vicky Carr. Tracking through, has to lay it back though. That door is closed in front of her by blue jerseys, and then it's recovered well by her midfield partner there, Ruan, and turning and it's laid forward to Dillon, trying to get away from the marker. The referee gives a free though. An early opportunity here for a score at this end now as well from a free.
Yeah, definitely. It was well worked across the field there by Westmeath to see the player in open space.
Ruan and Carr working very well together.
Yeah, Vicky Carr is actually on a lot of ball. You can see they're looking for Dillon inside all the time as well, but she's been well marshalled at the minute.
Well, Sarah Dillon with this one. She got the angle right this time.
No.
That's remarkable missing, isn't it? That's 8 wides.
Yeah.
And we've just played just coming up to 17 minutes. This game could be out of sight. But that's not the way it is, and as it is, the big scoreboard across from us will tell us a goal apiece. Ball knocked away. Cavan will be happy with this performance so far as the ball comes out this near side. Well, in a lot of storms, it has to be said, because there's a lot of pace in this Westmeath side, as they proved last week, scoring 7 goals against a good Laois side. Ball in through the centre, work to be done. Again, it is with Carr. Out this near side it comes once again. And the player picking it up is McCartan. To Dillon. Down this near side. Referee says double bounce, and if they can engineer a score or two here, Cavan could be in the driving seat very, very easily.
Yeah, next couple of scores now very important to get them on the scoreboard before half time.
You're on the attack again here now. Very confident piece of play there, very intelligent piece of play to get the player away. Out through the centre it comes again, shot comes in, drops short though, and you can't ill afford to lose those efforts. Clearance isn't a good one. Madden tracing for it back there and touching the ground. All the way a free, and they're going across there. Rachel Dillon working hard, putting the pressure on the Cavan player, making her debut, of course, Cavan Madden this afternoon, and maybe that played a part in this encounter. Jerry Mohan has said he wanted to give all his players a run out through this league campaign. but you need to be getting points on the board, or else you could be looking at relegation and a place in Division 3 of the Lidl National Football League. As it stands, this is the Lidl National Football League Division 2 encounter between Westmeath and Cavan up here in Knockbraid in the southern part, I suppose, the northern part of Cavan, certainly just across the border from Monaghan. And as Westmeath on the offensive here, trying to cross the line, so to speak, and get a score on the board. Ball laid back, there was a push, and the referee read it well. Referee very much up to play. And he will have a note here of Dylan. He's actually talking to the number 10.
Jones,
yeah, it was Anna Jones he's talking to. Dylan tried to plead the case, didn't work though. Nice ball out this near side, work to be done though for Cal. She can't keep the ball in, and the ball goes out. Cavan, I suppose it'd be fair to say, Sinead, are causing themselves problems with some of the bad passing, because some of the passing, some of the work to get the ball out is exceptionally good.
Yeah, absolutely. If they could get the ball to chest a little bit more.
Picked up by Chloe Kelly. Kelly trying to break away there from Keenahan. And again, good defending, good work in there, and an opportunity for Cavan to clear their lines once again in the latter stages of this first half. Scores and a premium, it has to be said. Full back coming out with it there is Shauna Lynch. She lays it back. And then we'll make our way back into that defensive zone. In the meantime, we'll try and hold on to possession of the ball. But running into trouble, and she needs to be careful there, that's for sure. Ball out to Finnegan on the far side, and Finnegan was a good out to try and get the ball away, and then it moved to Lynch on the far side. Quiet so far in this encounter, but a nice ball out that far side. The run continued by McVitie. Back it comes to Finnegan. Finnegan launches at route one, really, trying to get the ball inside there to Ali Cahill, to the number 26, Miriam Cusick rather. Cusick trying to get away. Ball goes out and free out, says the referee.
Yeah, unlucky there by Murren.
If you were playing yourself, Shane, you'd be frustrated with the way things are going there, because Cavan are enjoying plenty of ball, but they just are not converting it, while Westmeath are also enjoying plenty of chances and not taking it.
Yeah, it's a funny game.
Very strange game. It's one of the strangest I've seen. Just a goal aside, really, and that goal's coming in literally the same minute, in the 8th minute. So ball seemed to be a throw ball in there, but the referee let the play continue. It's picked up by Rachel Dillon. Dillon, nice ball inside, an opportunity from distance, and no mistake about this one from Aoife Conley. They needed that one, didn't they?
They did, just to settle themselves a little bit as well.
And that point came on the 22nd minute. So there you go. That's a lot of wides in between, 8 in total. Kick out from the Cavan goalkeeper. Ball one round the middle of the park, not cleanly though, and Cavan showing real tenacity to get it away out this near side.
Yeah, Niamh Keenahan did very well there.
She done well and gets it to Cahill. Through the centre, she looks to see his her options. Nice ball inside again from Lynch. Out the far side to Cusack. Cusick tries to get away from the marker, lays it back inside to Cal, and turn to McVitie. McVitie tries to drop it in, but it's going to drop short. It's still in play though. An opportunity for a goal, the shot. Oh, and it rattles off. I think someone got a final touch on it, but rattled across the face of the goal. That was a chance and a half.
That was a brilliant ball in by Laura McVitie, and I suppose that's what she's there for as well. Her kick passing is excellent, and it was a great run by Niamh Keenahan. I only commented on her winning the breaking ball from the kick out, and she found herself up in front of goal then. Well,
an opportunity. 45 it is, and you know, that would have really changed the complexion of this game, that's for sure. It would have opened it up, but Cal has it at her toe now, and we'll try and engineer something with this one. Takes it out that far side once again to Sheridan. Such an effective player Sheridan is.
Yeah, it's great to see her back in the blue of Cavan.
We said a few weeks ago, you know, you need 2 or 3 of her, that's for sure. McVitie gets the shot in. Going to drop short again, knowing that from a forward's point of view, that has to be frustrating, and from the player inside looking for a pass, it has to be even more frustrating as well, because the chances are there, and Westmeath are being opened up by Cavan.
Yeah, they are, because following the Armagh game, I actually would have said I was disappointed with Cavan's forward line moving, but that's not the issue today.
Absolutely not. McVitie and Gilson working really well. Cahill all over the park as well. This is a good Cavan performance, but maybe not reflected on the scoreboard just yet. And the fact maybe at Westmeath could have been home and host even at this early stage tells its own story too. Challenge comes in on Dillon by Maguire on her debut this afternoon, and showing no nerves, that's for sure. Cara Maguire from the Drumlane club, of course, where that first game was a few weeks ago. Westmeath on the offensive here again. McCartan trying to lay it off and does well to get the pass away. Tries to just launch the ball over the top there, but there was too much in it there for Blundell, and the score remains Westmeath 1-1, Cavan a goal, and we've played almost 24 minutes here at Knockbraid. Conditions perfect underfoot. Breeze certainly playing a bit of a part in this one, but if you were the Cavan manager, would you be happy enough with the way things have went so far?
Yeah, I would be very happy actually. They're playing really well.
And they give the ball away almost, but they're showing real tenacity. They want it back. That's good work there from Maguire. But there's still work to be done down this side for Finnegan. And there will be a free, says the referee. And Westmeath not happy with that one. And the referee moves it forward. Very consistent refereeing from the official. As the ball is with the referee's going to have a word. But a talking being done there by Kelly Boyce Jordan. Scored a goal last week. Good performance from Westmeath. They took the chances last week, but they haven't taken them this week. And that's certainly key in this game so far. Will be a free and an opportunity for an equalising score, shouldn't it, as we head towards half time?
Very much so, scoreable free now, so hopefully Lauren can convert.
Lauren, one of the stalwarts of this Cavan side now for how many years?
Yeah, and she's still only 21,
I know
think.
That's great. She's been around since, what, teenager?
Yeah.
And she's just...
It's definitely her fourth season, definitely.
Yeah, she's been absolutely superb. One of the, I'm going to say the older hands, but certainly the more experienced hands in this side. But she hits this one. They must have put the Hicks in her because that one went out the far side. I don't think that's a training ground planned effort, but it comes back out again. An opportunity here once again for Cahill. Cahill puts it into the mix. Cusick tries to get away from the marker. 2-3 players over there. The play continues. Cusick gets a touch on it. Perhaps she'll go for the score herself. She decides to lay it back inside to Madden again. Cavan on the offensive. Finnegan lays it back. Shot. Oh, is well blocked down, and the referee lets it go, and the shot comes in from Finnegan, and that one has went wide. But that was a brave block come in there.
It was an excellent block, yeah. Really, really brave, as you say. She was right facing the ball.
But an opportunity missed again from a Cavan point of view. We are approaching half time, almost 27 minutes played. Just a point between the sides, and remarkably low scoring affair despite all the chances.
Very low scoring, but both teams actually are impressed with their fitness level. They're up and down the field non-stop for the last couple of minutes, so it's good to see.
It's been an entertaining tussle, that's for sure. You're watching Lidl National Football League action here on the LGFA. We break, of course, to come in the league now, and teams will try and refocus their energies. After 3 rounds of games, they'll know where they are. They know what they have to do in the latter stages of the competition. It'll come thick and fast. And then, of course, the championship, not that far away. From a Cavan point of view, it'll be the end of April. Ball through the centre here once again. Kelly, been very impressed by Kelly. Gets it out this near side. And then the long probing ball, just trying to open things up once again. Challenge comes in, real tussle down there, but it's Dillon showing all the years of experience, doing well, getting the ball back into the middle again. An opportunity for Rachel Dillon to get the shot away. Dillon's effort is good.
Great score.
Fine score from Rachel Dillon. A goal and a point for her this afternoon, and just opens the gap. Just a bit more comfortable, I suppose you could say, with 28 minutes gone.
Yeah, she took a heavy hit there from Niamh Keenan as she kicked it, so she did well to convert.
back up on their feet again. They make them upstairs and stuff around the Midlands, that's for sure. And the ball out this near side will come to Finnegan. Options limited for her, but she decides to go on a wee run herself. There's not much in the way of movement in front of her though, and that would be a worry. And then lays it back instead then to Gilson, who in turn puts it into the corner, but it's easily intercepted, and all of a sudden it just opens up here for Westmeath. The full back coming out, was it there? Lucy Perk lays it back to Dylan. Tries to get away from the marker. Two coming round her. Referee calls the free. Says he over the line actually, out of her vantage point just below us. But so far so good from a Westmeath point of view. They have the 2-point advantage now as we head towards the half-time whistle. And work to be done, it has to be said, from Westmeath's scoring point of view. Cavan, well, looking a few complaints. They've worked hard but just haven't converted the chances that have come their way either. Referee says charge. That's a harsh call, Sinead, perhaps.
Big call, yeah, big call. I think maybe steps these might have been calling.
Yeah, heavy one. But Dylan takes the free, and despite the arguments from that big Cavan support here this afternoon, the bright sunshine, the referee's not going to change his mind as Dylan picks it up. Dylan looks to see his other options on, gets it inside to Carr once again. She's been impressive out this near side. It comes again. Patient in their build up. McCartan lays it off this near side once again to Kelly. Kelly in turn puts it inside to Blundell. Blundell with a shot, it's blocked. Madden in there mopping up the loose ball, and then they clear their lines on that far side, coming up to 30 minutes gone in this first half. Wait to see how much additional time there's going to be. There won't be much. Be no real stoppages in this half. Cavan clearing their lines now, trying to get Cusick away. Drops over the heads of them though, and well, it will be a free out once again. The referee's been consistent, and the referee's know to talk to someone on the far side. Not happy. It looks to be some of the Cavan management.
I think so.
It looks to be Barry Grimes, I think, getting in trouble there. The referee's having a long talk to him.
Yeah, he's probably frustrated, I suppose, with some of the balls Cavan are giving in.
He's certainly making his point to the referee.
The referee's getting the brunt of his frustration, maybe.
And that's as far as it goes, shall we say, for now anyway. So referee will get the play going once again in these final minutes of the half. And Cavan point of view, the weather, the storm, they could be out of this game completely, but they've survived.
Yeah, they're very much so in the game. It makes for a very exciting second half.
No doubt about that. You're not tempted to get the boots back on against you.
No, they wouldn't want me.
But it's good to have you with us here this afternoon. And Itchin, I'm sure to be part of at least the club scene anyway in Cavan for another season or two, and the ball comes across this side once again. Movement down this side, this near side's impressive again, with Boyce Jordan making a good run, and it will come her direction. She doesn't get a hand onto it though. The defence equal to the challenge as the referee blows the half-time whistle. Just 1-2 to go. It's low scoring. It is low scoring, yeah. Low scoring.
I suppose both defence on top and shooting not really on form today for either team.
You'd be happy enough, Sinead, if you're either manager there, would you?
Yeah, I suppose maybe the Cavan camp might be a wee bit happier. When you see the scoring Westmeath managed last week, 7-8, they're nowhere near that today, so I think Cavan management might be a wee bit the happiest going in at half time.
Talking to be done then from the Cavan, from the Westmeath management, but it's Westmeath who have the 2-point advantage here at Knockbride. It is Cavan a goal, Westmeath 1 goal and 2 points. We'll be back after a brief break here from Knockbride.
We were told the game was over before we'd even started. We were told our bodies weren't made for it. It wasn't our time to play. We played anyway. And together we played like there was no tomorrow. And they told us that was fine. You can play. You're good enough. And thought that was good enough for us. It wasn't. We are relentless. The game isn't over until we say it's over. Until we get everything we've given everything for. Until we level the playing field.
Lidl, proud supporters of ladies Gaelic football.
Welcome back to Knockbride. Conditions haven't changed. Still a bright sunny afternoon here in this Lidl Ladies National Football League Division 2 clash. It's just the 2 points between the sides, and I'm delighted to say Sinead Green still with it. She hasn't went home and got the boots just yet, much to Westmeath's delight, I'm sure. But I have to say, Sinead, it's been a strangest game I've seen in a long time. Really strange, yeah. Anyone I was chatting to there, watching the game at half time, don't really know what to make of it.
I don't think anybody does, really.
But look, there's a big 30 minutes to come here now, so we'll see. Both sides could do with a victory this afternoon. Of course, Westmeath come into this game on the back of a solid performance against Laois, 7-8 to 11 points. They've yet to find their scoring range, though. They've had 8 wides in the first half. And Cavan, I'm sure, well, they got a cracking start in this game after 8 minutes, but their goal was hauled back, and there's going to be a booking, I think, for the number 8, Vicky Carr. Even at this early stage, if that is just a tick, perhaps, but the referee, Colbert, having a word. Yeah, good showing there in front by Aisling Sheridan. She did well to win that ball. And it is a very early yellow card. An opportunity, you would say. Big opportunity, because Vicky Carr was actually, I only commented in the first half, she's on a lot of balls, so big loss. She won a lot of balls, she carved out a lot of opportunities. Ball out that far side. Now can Cavan make hay perhaps in these opening minutes of this encounter? Second half, I should say, as the ball's picked up by Cahill. Long range effort into the sunshine. Dangerous. Ball breaks. Goal! Turns to the net. The opportunity came, the high ball in, and the sun was always going to play a big part in that one, that's for sure. And it was turned to the net by Aisling Sheridan. What a start. Perfect start, and nearly have it again here. But good start. And start Cavan needed, yeah. The sun played a big part in that. It did. It's very bright. I'd say the goalie couldn't see anything, but Aisling did well to get her hands on it and finish it. Talking to the umpires there at half time, the umpires at that top end struggled. They said to see the ball at all, and the goalkeeper certainly at that stage, Elaine Walsh, was saying how difficult it was with the high ball coming in, but what an opportunity now for Cavan with that player yellow carded in this one, of course, as well. But work to be done. Still, that said, just a 1 point advantage. Well, Cavan have possession again. Madden does well, collects the ball, and Cavan try and move it through the phases of play. Lynch launches it long. As Lynch hits this one, but it's curled away wide. Disappointing perhaps, but some played a part in that one. The high ball came in, the goalkeeper seemed to go for it, defender in there as well, but no one got a touch onto it. And we'd expect a player of Sheridan's quality just to be there at the right time to mop up a loose one like that. Yeah, she's very lively looking in this first 2 minutes of the second half, so long may it last. As Cavan come on the offensive again, they have the breeze at their back now as Cahill picks it up round the middle once again, try to thread the ball through to Cusack. Cusack does well, gets away from the marker, but again good defending. The referee said the challenge came in, and free taken quickly, and it's Murrah Dunn. Fouled out there is at number 12 Dillon, and it will be a free. Dunn done well to get the ball away initially. The referee has really stopped starting these opening exchanges of this game. We've just played almost 4 minutes. It is Westmeath on the offensive. Ball inside for Connolly. Can Connolly get the shot in? Ball flashes across the face of the goal, and well, the referee eventually signals it's a wide ball. It's an opportunity, and the opportunity has went a begging. Kick out from the goalkeeper. I'm sure she's delighted that the sun's not in the rise in this half, but she still will have work to be done, or work to contend with, as Chloe Kelly goes forward in that far side. So effective for Westmeath in the first half. Tries to get the pass away though, but doesn't get enough purchase in the ball, and it will be a free out once again. Cahill over there looking for it, and the referee indicates the free. The Westmeath players are a wee bit confused with that call perhaps, but as Cavan warm up players on the far side, The management team of Jerry Moan and Barry Grimes will be the happier of the two sets of managers, that's for sure, as the ball comes out this near side once again. Cavan on the offensive, threads the ball through there for Cusick. Cusick gets away from the marker almost, lays it back again. Long probing ball, and it's going to drop, over the bar, and that's a great score from Gilson.
Great score, yeah. Murray Cusick did well out there in front to win that ball and lay it off.
Yeah, Cusick's come into her own in the second half, that's for sure. She's won a lot of balls, she's been dogged in getting the ball out as well, and creating a bit of space and a few openings at this early stage, but there's a long way to go in this one. 2-1 to 1-2. The home side happy with the way things are turned in their favour. That said, of course, has to be said, Vicky Carr has been yellow carded and is out for 10 minutes of actual playing time, as Westmeath come on the offensive here again. Try to get back in the score sheet. Shot comes in. And has it went over the bar? It has went over the bar, and an opportunity taken.
Sarah Dillon, good finish.
She's been very, very good, Dillon. And is that going to be it's a player down injured? I was going to say, is that going to be a change? But they're just keeping their toes in this game, aren't they? Yeah,
very much so. Their forward line's very exciting, so it's kind of hard to say anything could happen.
There's no doubt about that. It's been one of those games, I think, to be fair to say, it's really ebbed and flowed. It's been very, very close. I think those wides, though, in the first half are remarkable. When you look back, 8 wides in the first half, and a goal opportunity, it went astray as well. Well, was disallowed, I suppose you'd have to say, but it was an opportunity nonetheless. Yeah, if Westmeath don't come out on top here today, they'll definitely be looking back on those wides with great disappointment. Frustrating from their point of view. Cavan will not be too disappointed, that's for sure. This Division 2 campaign, teams are taking points of each other, and that's, I suppose, what makes for a great competition. Kickout's not a good one, it hasn't made the distance, and the goalkeeper wants it back, but that was a dangerous one there from Elaine Walsh. She had to make some ground up there to try and didn't get over the 20-metre line. She did well though. She recovered well, it has to be said, and now it is Cavan on the offensive on the far side to try and get the ball motoring once again. They're on the attack here. They've got players over. Cusick wants it inside. She's into the full forward role now, really, it has to be said too. Shot comes in. Isn't a great shot. The referee said it was a free. It was Gilson. Free awarded though. And another opportunity here for Gilson to get her eye in, and not so much her, but certainly for Lauren McVitie maybe to get her eye in. There's a change there now for Westmeath, is there? Just looking, yeah, they are making the change now. The 29 coming in there is Danielle Madden. A player going off, I think. It's Anna Jones, number 10. Anna Jones, yeah. She's quiet. She looked a bit leggy in the first half, you'd have to say, and maybe the ground has taken its toll on her. But here's an opportunity now for Cavan to nudge themselves an extra point ahead. That goes over the bar. I had a laugh there when, when you seen the player curling herself around to try and get the ball to move itself. So, good score. Good score. And an opportunity again. Ball on that far side. Good run down this near side as well from Gilson if it comes her direction. She's in the wide open spaces here on her own. Cusick will see her now, but perhaps a wee bit too late. But she was away there on her own. Cahill in there. Oh, great effort. What a superb effort and what a superb score. Yeah, I suppose that's what Ashton Gilson can do when she gets the space. So great score, great finish. Be happy with that one, that's for sure. And we have played 9 minutes, and the gap opens to 3 points at last, I suppose, from a Cavan point of view. Their tails up, they're moving the ball well, ball over the top. Cusick was the option there perhaps, but it comes back out once again. Still, it is Cavan on the offensive. Nice ball out the far side, and a great bit of defending in there from Rowan to clear her lines, only as far as Cahill. Cahill takes a touch, looks up to see his her options on, then takes a return pass. Hasn't really had a shot herself this afternoon. Now comes out to Finnegan. Ball bounces down off the upright. Quickest player to react out there is Kelly. Does well Chloe Kelly, good performance from her, but the clearance isn't a good one. Back it comes to Cusick. Cusick is Gilson out this near side. Opens up for Gilson. Shot comes in, but it goes wide. That was a chance.
That was
just
a chance.
Another step, maybe.
Actually, it could have been a goal. Yeah.
The referee has stopped to watch there. He's going to talk to his umpires for whatever reason. I think Colbert's having a word. The bright sunshine down there has caused a few problems. The referee is making his way back out. He's indicating he's starting the time once again. No, he's letting the play go. Whatever was said, and deal done, as they say. But I don't know what that was about. Ball breaks, middle of the park once again. Good work from
Ciara Finnegan.
Finnegan it is, doing very well. Finnegan to Keenan. Inside. It's a wayward pass so from Sheridan on this occasion. She does everything so well sometimes, but it's intercepted. I think that's McCormick on there. Oh, Madden it is. Cusick gets away. Cusick inside. Shot comes in. And it's been all Cavan in this second half. And Keenan, great finish.
Brilliant finish, yeah, that's what she can do. She's attacking well from that half back line.
We'll be happy with that. Kick out again, 11 minutes gone. 10 points to 6. Just looking across what he wants to do there. Is he allowing the player back on? No, it's a substitution that's going to be made.
Cavan Madden has gone off.
Yeah, good performance from her.
She did well, she covered a lot of ground.
On her debut this afternoon. Ball won out this day by Kelly. And then all of a sudden, they try to knock it away. Good bit of work there as Danielle Madden was in there, done it well to Blundell. Kelly, down below us. Tries to get the pass away, but Cusick's in there once again. She's been very, very good this afternoon. Ball one back. The substitute just in there is Geraldine Smith. Long ball over the top. It opens up for Cavan. Shot comes in from distance, but it goes wide. And again, a wee bit of patience would have been a virtue on that occasion. And the player coming back in once again is Vicky Carr. Those 10 minutes absolutely flew. But in those 10 minutes, Cavan have conceded quite a bit. They conceded what, 2 goals, or certainly a goal and 3 points. So worry for them perhaps, and there's an injury on that far side. Cavan come out with all guns blazing. They had to get off to a good start in the second half, and they've certainly proved that.
Absolutely, they actually looked like a different team in the first few minutes of the second half. Forwards very much so out in front and a great tenacity to win the ball all over the field.
There's some difference in them from that day against Armagh. As you said yourself, the forward play was poor, particularly as the game wore on. Armagh dragged them down and got away from them. Probably the same to a point last week as well against Tipperary, particularly the second half. It was 9-5 at half time, but they just couldn't get a grip on that game. But they've got a grip on this one, and there's a change to them.
Yeah, I suppose Aisling Sheridan has moved from midfield into the forward line today, and Muireann Cusick start as well. She's excellent for Crushlaw, her club, so it's great to see her performing in the blue of Cavan as well.
Ball over the top. Well, the danger was read in there by Carr, and what an addition she has made immediately coming into this game again after her card. It's good end-to-end football. Both sides really going for it here. Challenge comes in on Smith, and the free kick awarded. Cavan will be patient. But they give the ball away, they've rushed, they weren't patient enough as Kelly picks it up once again. And Carr makes a great run down this near side, takes the return pass. She's got a player outside her, and that is Sarah Dillon. Dillon inside to Carr. Carr will go for the shot perhaps, instead tries to tee up another forward coming through. And the ball out for a 45. It got a touch there in the end, but just shows the quality of Carr coming through there. Very, very strong, very, very forceful coming through, and opened the gap, just opened up the Cavan defence.
Yeah, there was 2-on-1 there. Cavan were under pressure, they were very lucky.
Well, that's picked up with Kelly. Kelly tries to put it over the top. It's not a good ball, and immediately Cavan can turn defence into attack, but they've limited options now. They will carry it on though. And it's a mistake there perhaps from Smith, but it's recovered. And Cavan now have players over. Cusick tries to get under her hands. Does well, does Cusick. Good performance from her this afternoon. Smith in there, takes turn of the ball. Goes to shot herself from distance. And it goes wide. The 7th wide in this encounter.
Free in though for Cavan, I think.
Referee has given the free, so they'll be happy enough with that one. It's been a hugely entertaining game. There's no doubt about that. And still very much in the melting pot. That's the good thing about it. There's nobody pulling away from each other in this one. And a wee sleight of hand, a wee touch here or there could make a massive difference in this encounter. Come up to, it's remarkably almost 16 minutes played in the second half. The time is absolutely flowing here at Knockbride. Chance for Cavan to increase their lead. Again, a screw of the neck from Lauren, and it goes over the bar.
Yeah, Cavan are just kind of slightly pulling away now.
They'll be happy with that, but there's always a danger when this girl gets the ball, and that's Vicky Carr. Great performance through this encounter from her. Her and Kelly have been very, very good, and her midfield partner, of course, Ashley Ruan has been good too. Two very evenly matched sides as Kelly now picks it up, tries to lay the ball off, does manage to get it out that far side. An opportunity for Westmeath and a centre of net.
Just as I say, Cavan are pulling away.
It was Aoife Conley got the final touch. She pulled the trigger. All came about from the work from Vicky Carr down this near side, but still the gap's there. It's 2 points.
Yeah, Chloe Kelly's doing really well. She's driving from the back line, getting on lots of ball.
It's been really, really entertaining, but I have to say that goal, Conley, right place, Kelly involved again. An opportunity here for Gilston. Gilston's got Cusick in front of her. There's the ball inside. Cusick almost took a touch on it. The referee looks at this one. He lets the play continue. There's anger among the supporters down below us. That was a challenge came across. Hard to call that one.
I do think the referee was right.
Yeah,
I think the Westmeath girl couldn't stop her run.
No, Cusick had made the opportunity for herself, but you know, both players were just going for the ball, eyes on the ball, and that was it. So a bit of frustration perhaps for the supporters down below us, but at the end of the day, it's will be referee's call. He's on the scene there, and Cusick could have picked up a nasty enough wee knock there, but bravery shown by the goalkeeper too, coming out, McCormick. It is 2-5 to Cavan, 2-3 to Westmeath, and the referee just having a talk with his umpires up there, his own team of umpires. Vastly experienced. Just Cusick's back up onto her feet again. The referee is going to he's just taking his time, that's for sure. He just wants the play to continue. Yeah, he just wants the play to continue there, and it's probably the right call.
I think it's the right call, yeah. A very good call, actually, because it was hard to make.
The one thing about the referees in this Lidl National Football League campaign, they've been very much up to the play. There's some great standard of refereeing this year already in the league. Very, very impressive, and has to bode well for the future. But Cavan on the attack. Down that right hand side, Cusick's an opportunity here once again. She's been very, very good. Jinks away, there's 4 around her, but she manages to get the ball away. Smith out the far side. There's opportunities on this side if the look up. Effort comes in from distance, but very, very wayward. Rushed effort. Cavan are so good when they have possession of the ball. It's just the final touch, the final ball maybe isn't just hasn't hit the mark yet. But it's not far away, and that must be promising for Grimes and Moan down there. As it stands, Michael Finneran not overly happy with what he has seen so far. His side hit 8 first half wides with the breeze at their back. had a goal chance denied whenever the referee called back a free. And Conley had put it in the net. She didn't make amends for it there a few moments ago, of course. And it is very much all to play for here as we approach the final 10 minutes of this encounter in perfect conditions. High ball in, dangerous. Cusick still in there, an opportunity, shot. Oh, and it's wayward. And the frustration shown there from Gilston tells its own tale as they rack up 9 wides and a wee bit more patience. Sinead?
Yeah, just the wrong decision.
Frustration from a Cavan point of view. The big support here this afternoon have been certainly impressed with what they've seen. I know I have as well, and I have to say both sides have really been very, very good today. Westmeath forwards maybe not on fire but in the first half, but they're creating chances now as Card drives forward out that far side. Yellow card behind her now, she's back up in action. And again, everything good about Westmeath has come through her.
Yeah, yeah.
The referee looking across, it was a call there for a substitution, but the play continues on that far side. Again, good bit of reading in there from the Cavan defenders. They watched the ball come across, there was no panic shown whatsoever. Carr coming across to try and close down the danger. Just looking at Carr, she's very like Sheridan from Tipperary in her look there, of course, as well, or Nima Hurtig, of course, but today it's all about her. She's done well. So is this young lady, Aisling Sheridan. She hits this one skyward. The goalkeeper has to come out for this one. This time she read the danger well. There wasn't enough pressure put on goalkeeper McCormick, and she manages to avert the danger as we hit the 22nd minute here at Knockbraid, County Cavan. Perfect conditions, superb facilities here for this one. Cavan well used to it, of course. This is where they've done most of their training. As Madden, the substitute, lays the ball out that far side. The danger is very evident as the ball goes out that far side once again to Dillon. Shot comes in. It's went wide. And the umpire signal, and they've hit double figures when it comes to wides in this encounter as well, which has to be frustrating for the management team.
Absolutely, yeah. And they're all scoreable shots that they're missing. It's not as if they're taking them from a bad angle.
Well, substitutions are being made there. And it's number Boyce has went off, and so too from a Cusick has been withdrawn. And she'll be happy enough for her performance this afternoon. Late replacement in this one, but she's done well.
She's been brilliant, yeah.
One to watch for the future. Kick out isn't a good one. Intercepted by McCartan. High ball in. Opportunity perhaps. Shot comes in. And again it goes wide. 11 wides in this encounter. 2-5-2-3 to Cavan. And Cavan perhaps contemplating another change in that far side. As it stands, just a couple of substitutions made. There is of course unlimited subs, but pointless when in a game like this here, perhaps when you are still within grasp of getting points on the board, just for the sake of making changes. Shouldn't happen, but there you go. Ball out the near side, there's work to be done. The tussle for possession just down below us there, and it is Westmeath full back there. Lucy Purr, who done well, gets it to substitute. Her first touch of the afternoon. Niamh Nolan out the far side, it goes also in there. Milik Fagan, nice ball inside, an opportunity here from a Westmeath perspective. They're on the attack now. Challenge comes in, and it was a hefty enough challenge, and the referee will give the free. The referee's been good.
He's been consistent, yeah.
Consistently good, no doubt about that. Cavan have the ball again on that far side, picked up by Geraldine Smith. Smith gets away from the marker. Sheridan's inside screaming for the ball, but it will come out to McVitie. The attacking people have the ball now, that's for sure. Tries to get out to Sheridan out this near side. made a great turn of speed there herself. Lays it back inside. An opportunity here, perhaps. Shot comes in. It's rattled over the crossbar by Gilson. Great effort, great score.
Great score, yeah. Geraldine Smith's been lively as well since she's come in.
No doubt about that. And Gilson and the right players getting the ball going forward too, and that's making it a key here. But picked up by Carr. Just the 3 between the sides, but there's still a long way to go in this one. And Westmeath always look dangerous when they go forward. Look where Purr is now. She gets the ball outside, wants to return pass, but it doesn't come her way. And all of a sudden, Cavan have the opportunity. Nice ball over the top. Out that far side it goes. Cavan starting to come together. Ball through the centre. It's McVitie closing in here on this left hand side. She's got support, but decides to go it alone. Drops it in, and the goalkeeper comes out with it once again, McCormick. But wrong option.
Wrong option, yeah.
You would have been screaming across for that one yourself, but Gilson was the option perhaps. But
it's hard when you're on the ball. You have a split second.
And we see it here. There's no way you're going to see that down there. Challenge comes in there from Sheridan on McCartan. The referee's going on now or change on that far side. 2-6 to 2-3. The final 5 minutes are going to be interesting here.
Yeah, lots of changes as well on both sides. I suppose management trying to give as many players game time as they can.
I always wondered, in a game like this here, so finely poised.
Yeah, it's a hard balance to get, but you still want to give girls game time that are training away since October, November. Especially
in the National League, of course, and as we said earlier on, the championship not that far away. But here comes McCartan. Mullingar decides to try. Well, she opted to put it inside there for Aisha Roach, and Roach done well and got a free for really trouble. Well. On the offensive now, Nolan. Famous Westmeath name, of course. Out this right hand side, Vicky Carr. Nice ball inside then, and then the return pass from Purr, who's come well up the park now, continues to play more central role. Nice ball outside to Dillon. Dillon driving forward. Dillon puts the pass inside, an opportunity. The defence have to battle for it in there. The referee gets a free out. The benefit of the doubt to the defenders. Not always the case perhaps, but certainly seems to be that in this occasion. And there's a Cavan player who has picked up a knockdown below as the referee stops his watch, coming up to 27 minutes. Who's your player in the match, by the way? I know it's not official, but we like to try and pick one. Anyone stand out for you? I
suppose from a Westmeath perspective it would have to be number 8 Vicky Carr, or number 7 Chloe Kelly. I've been in lots of ball. From a Cavan perspective,
you can wear your Cavan hat now.
From a Cavan perspective, Maureen Cusick was super in the second half. Aisling Sheridan's been good in the second half. I'd probably give it to number 8 Vicky Carr.
Okay.
Despite being off for 10 minutes.
That's it. Yeah,
she's had a big influence on the game.
Her and Kelly have been very influential in this game, and plenty of positives to come out of it. Whatever happens in this one, there's been so many positives for both sides. Nice ball over the top. But the victory over Laois was a massive one for Westmeath, but it just opens up that gap. I think there's 4 teams on 3 points. That'll change things this afternoon, no doubt.
Yeah, Cavan under pressure now to pick up points today.
Yeah, absolutely. And going into the break, it'll do them no harm. A couple of big games to come, of course. But they've got probably one of the bigger tests over. They've got 2 big tests over them now. They've got Tipperary and Armagh both played. So I suppose the rest is really, maybe you couldn't not say bonus territory, but certainly those are the 2 big ones. Oh, ball bounces on that far side. Work to be done from Cavan in these closing stages. 29 minutes played now. We're coming into the last minutes. A score either way will make a big difference. A goal will be a massive score for Westmeath if we can get one down this near side. It's picked up by the impressive Dillon, and then through the top it goes. Lovely piece of play out this near side to Roach. Roach drives forward. Big Westmeath support watching this one this afternoon as well. Back inside to Purr. Purr looks up to see his options on. It goes back to Dillon. Dillon, she steadies herself and just hits the afterburner, strides through, it opens up for Dillon. Over the top it goes, Conley inside. Goal chance for Conley, and she blasts it over the bar. That was a chance to draw things level. That could have been a big score.
That could have. That was great work there by Rachel Dillon.
She's been very, very good. It just opened up completely for her in these latter couple of minutes. Just the 2 points between them. What a lead that is. Going into the final minute of normal time. We'll wait to see how much additional time is going to be played. Out the far side, Smith does well.
Great
Gets
run
away
by
from the
Shauna
marker,
Lynch.
or Lynch rather. Tries to do well, tries to get away from the marker. Another pass over the top. An opportunity here in the closing stages. She gets the ball out. Shot comes in. And that one goes wide. That would be an insurance score.
It would. Super run by Shauna Lynch from full back line.
The referee has called it back to 6 to 2-4. It's been a hugely entertaining game. A strange first half. There's no getting away from that. 1-2 to 1 goal at half time. But what a change in the second half. It's been really hugely entertaining. And still, it's in the melting pot. 2 between them going into the final minutes of this one. And the Lidl National Football League Division 2, which is hugely competitive. Ball inside from the substitute there. Thompson isn't a good one. Intercepted by Gilston. Number 15 in her back, striding forward. Sheridan inside, screaming for it. Also looking for it in there is the 21 McCaffrey.
Brilliant
but
turnover.
Good bit of defending. What a super bit of defending there from Roach, who's been all over the park in the second half as well. Desperate measures call for desperate actions in these closing stages. Ball out the far side. Again, it is Westmeath driving forward. Could be daylight robbery perhaps at this stage, but Cavan know they haven't done enough just yet in this one. Ball back out. They're patient, they're confident. The Downs player, Lucy Kerr, picks it up, puts it through the centre, out this right hand side once again. Shot comes in and it rattles into the net. Courtesy of Clara Thornton. The first thing she does in the game, it opens up, the ball out the right hand side, it just sailed. Slow motion over the top of Elaine Walsh into the net. What a turnaround in this game. Football. Who said bloody hell one time? But he's not far wrong. Referee calls it back, and
another change there for Cavan.
1 point advantage in the injury time. What a change in this game. And it was all Cavan for most of the second half, and you have to give them credit for that.
Westmeath never went away though.
No, always hanging on to their coattails.
Oh.
Those opportunities, maybe they'll come home to roost. Chances, ball through the centre. It's an opportunity in the closing stages. Smith goes to the ground. The referee gives a free. If you were playing, would you go for the score? Would you go for the equalising point? Just happy enough with that?
Yeah, I think so. At this stage.
I'm watching some of the main supporters around us, and they are absolutely on tenterhooks. It's been a hugely entertaining game. What an advertisement it is for the Lidl National Football League. And you'd expect this to be popped over the bar by Gilston. Our grandfather, no doubt, big supporter of the football, be watching this one, knowing what to expect. Has to go over the bar though, that's for sure. And she does indeed drop it over the bar. Sides level. 13 apiece is their last kick in this one. We have played 33 minutes. Last hurrah. Ball goes one round the middle of the park by the scorer Thornton. Thornton drives forward, launches it over the top. The player and the target is Dillon on this near side. Dillon with a shot comes in. The goalkeeper Walsh equal to the challenge. And the referee has called it back. Give the free. Last seconds in this one. We've played almost 34 minutes. Referee has been absolutely superb in this game again. Ball across into the centre. A last chance here for Cavan to get their hands on the 3 points. A massive 3 points it would be for either side this afternoon. The referee has called back the defender. Takes a note. It was Dillon, he took the note off. But the ball has to be up the other end of the park. No point now with having it there, Sinead. It has to be up there. They have to get a goal chance or a score chance of some sort. Ball through the centre. Intercepted by the 13, McFeely. Shot comes in from the 21, McCaffrey. The free in has already been given. And this will be the last kick of the game, I would suggest.
Big kick, yeah.
Over 34 minutes played. This is a massive kick to win this game for Cavan. 2-7 to Cavan, 3-4 to Westmeath. Hugely entertaining. 13 points apiece. And it's going to be tasked to Lauren McVitie from Crosser Lock.
Ashton Gilson, I think, is it?
Is it? It is Gilson. Sorry, I thought it was McVitie. It is Gilson. No better player, either or. But on this occasion, it's Gilson who steps up. All eyes on the umpires, all eyes on Gilson. And she's dropped it over the bar. And that could be enough. 2-8 to 3-4, 14-13. Kick out coming now from goalkeeper Lauren McCormick. Referee looks at his watch. Could this be the first points of the season for Cavan? Kick out comes. Referee lets the play continue. Ball one's round the middle of the park. It's picked up by Dylan. It's their last bait in this one, the last kick, so to speak. Free in. Challenge comes in on Ruan. They need to get the ball forward. Referee moves it forward. A last chance perhaps for them. They want to get the score. They're not happy perhaps with just getting a point. They took it backways. They're on the offensive here once again, these latter stages. Time is certainly up. 36 minutes almost played. Ball breaks. Chance comes in. Takes a lot out of the ball. Gets it back out to Dylan. Dylan instead gets it inside. As a challenge comes in. Knocked away. Still the danger not averted. Shot comes in from distance. It's going to drop short. Still the play continues. The referee looks at the watch now, and the referee has blown the final whistle. And what a finish we've had here at Knockbraid. But what a wonderful performance from both sides.
Brilliant game, yeah. I think Cavan will be very, very happy with their performance. And saying that, Westmeath never went away, so it was a great game.
Great game of football. You picked Vicky Carr there as player of the match, but there could have been 10 players there.
That's it, yeah. It was a hard call. There's 5 or 6 girls on either team you absolutely could have given it to, so it was a good performance by both teams, definitely.
From a Cavan point of view, they'll take away this one. Obviously now there's a wee break. They'll regroup, the players to come back from injury as well. But what a massive boost it is for those younger players who have come in and made their debuts over the past 3 weeks. Yeah,
and you actually couldn't really pick out the girls there who were new. They slotted in absolutely perfectly, and no signs of nerves or anything from them at all, which is great.
Absolutely. It's been a wonderful game of football here at Knockbraid. It has finished Cavan 2 goals and 8 points. Westmeath 3 goals and 4 points. 11 ways for Westmeath. Big talking point in this one. Big talking point. 10 ways for Cavan.
I know that, yeah, but I suppose the time of the game Westmeath came out in the first half, they nearly could have been out of sight at half time if some of them went over.
And the goal chance, of course, it was called back for a free as well, and the referee did call it right. Connolly went through and got the goal. That would have left it at that stage, it would have left it 2-1 to a goal. It all changed. It's remarkable how football changes.
Yeah.
Great game of football. Both managers, plenty to talk about at the end of this one. Plenty of thoughts as well to take away for the Westmeath travelling supporters and their team today. But 3 valuable points on the board for Jerry Moan's Cavan this afternoon. It's finished Cavan 2 goals and 8 points, Westmeath 3 goals and 4. Thanks to yourself, Sinead, for coming along. Thanks to James, and thanks to all the boys and girls in the studio as well. We'll be back with live exclusive coverage here of the Lidl Ladies National Football League in a fortnight's time. For now though, it is Cavan who end up victorious. Slán.
We were told the game was over before we'd even started. We were told our bodies weren't made for it. It wasn't our time to play. We played anyway. And together we played like there was no tomorrow. And they told us that was fine. You can play. You're good enough. And thought that was good enough for us. It wasn't. We are relentless. The game isn't over until we say it's over. Until we get everything we've given everything for. Until we level the playing field.
Lidl, proud supporters of ladies Gaelic football.